Hello. Hey guys. Thanks for watching. Three whole people. Woohoo. And one like. Yay. Very exciting. Thanks for watching, you guys. And welcome to today's lunchtime financial independence live stream. You can see kind of my whole room. I don't know if that's a good thing or not a good thing. So I'm actually just finishing up lunch. Right here, I'm having frozen veggies and a boiled egg. I know, weird, but it's just what I was craving. Okay, so let's hop on into it. I am drinking herbal tea. This is Republic of Tea's Get Gorgeous tea, which is fantastic for skin. Hey, Adam, how's it going? What's new, Adam? What's up in your world? Hey, Thomas. Hi there. Hi to you too. So, the topic for today is obviously financial independence, steps we're taking toward financial independence. But I think I titled it Tools I'm Using, Things I'd Like to Share. I am super excited to share with you the project I just finished, and this is a 12-week transformation workbook. So I created this from scratch. How is this angle? Is that okay? Ooh, I feel like I'm looking kind of rough, guys. I'm doing my best. So I created this workbook from scratch there will be a whole resources list. So this is pretty much all sort of a culmination of the resources list, and I'm still making edits. It's a culmination of all the books I've been reading and things that I've been doing based on the 12-week year, but it includes sort of coaching for each week and things that I do. Hey, Harry. Hi. How are you? Sort of little promptings and helpful tips for setting goals, reaching them, and then taking 12 weeks to hit those targets. So I'm super excited to have this done in first draft form, and I'm really excited to start rolling this out for next year. So I'm planning to offer a sort of transformation program and accountability service. Accountability, I guess, buddy service. And that can be used for anything, especially working toward either eliminating debt or building up your savings or increasing your income, working toward financial independence. So that's my most exciting thing that I have to share with you today, kind of just jumping right into it because I've been working over the past 2-3 weeks to get that up and done. So I'm very excited about that. So, how are you guys doing? How's your budgeting? How are your financial goals? How's your portfolio doing today? I actually haven't checked mine. I'm trying to get into the habit of doing that. Hey, C. Johnson, peace. Yo, peace to you too. I'm just checking my portfolio now to see what you're doing. Dale Bratton, will I self-publish it? I sure will. And so the way that I will offer this 12-week transformation workbook, you know what? I should speak into my mic. The way I will offer this 12-week transformation workbook will be R&R worried about the market? Yes, me too. Actually, I'm not worried. It comes and goes, and there's opportunities for a bear market and opportunities for a bull market too. Yes, so there are opportunities for both markets. I know it's frustrating to watch kind of a dip, but you just kind of got to ride it out. Oof. So yes, will I self-publish it? I will, and I will offer it for sale. It's just going to be either a digital download, like a fillable digital download, or or I will offer it for sale, I guess, bounded. Well, I'll just print it out and then I guess do it myself. So that'll be exciting. Yeah, lots to learn on that. R&R, what are you specifically worried about in this market? I know I'm seeing a lot of red, so that's just Lots of red. That's just where we are at the moment. Is this going to turn this may turn into another get ready with me, guys, by the end of the video. I'm looking better than when I started. Give me 1 second. I will be right back. BRB. Any night. Oh, good Lord. Okay, back. All right, I'm back. Hey guys, I'm worried about how the market is going to respond to the Fed moves. Yes, catch me up. I don't keep in touch with the Fed. I don't track the Fed. What's going on? I know that there were some New York tax law updates that were coming down the pike, which were actually good for me. But what's the Fed been up to lately? Hasn't done this since 1993. Oh, that's exciting. Wall Street legend warns a strange day is coming. 2 stocks with greater potential than Bitcoin. Yay. Okay. And then there's inflation. Oh yeah, there's always inflation. I mean, it's always Fed updates. Fed update today. Top stories. Stocks drift ahead of Fed decision. Y'all. The Money Resolution YouTube channel has published a couple of books. Yes, I like him. So that's Frankie over on the Money Resolution. He has published books. I actually like him a lot. I love what he's doing, and I would like to mirror that. He has, I believe, I believe he was a former teacher, and I guess he does write. He writes as well, obviously. But I think that's what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing currently, if that is his full-time job. I think it is. He's also, I think he's either getting married soon or has already gotten married. Interesting. Yes, Thomas Bessenbeck. What is a Fed doing? I'm from Australia and don't know about the situation in the US. Lucky you. Harry, yield curve is flat. Fed likely cannot really hike rates without causing an inverted curve. Exactly, which foreshadows recession. Hey, Curtis Davis. Hello and welcome. Yeah, so we'll see. I mean, so that yield curve is flat, right? So the inverted curve, for those of you who don't know, and Harry, correct me if I'm wrong, the inverted curve is where long-term interest rates are higher than short-term interest rates. Or is it the other way around? Short-term are higher than long-term. I think that's what it is, the inverted curve. And that's a bad sign. Harry says that that usually foreshadows a recession. Otherwise, yes. So short-term interest rates are higher than long-term, right? Did I say that right? Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. Okay. So Powell speaks. Oh, exciting. Okay. So Powell speaks at about 2:30. That's exciting. So this is something I've noticed in my live streams that I am loving to everyone that's commenting. I am fairly new to investing. I've only been doing it actively doing it for about a year and a half. I love when you guys come in here and like drop all this finance update stuff. This is amazing. So eventually, I think I'd like to take my channel in this direction because you guys are full of knowledge and I want to keep up with what you guys are doing. So that's very exciting. Yes. So yes, I know. Back to my my project that I just finished, the first draft of this 12-week transformation workbook. It's interesting. This is something that I was interested in and something that I wish I had to. R and R are new to it too. Awesome. Kudos to you. I wish I had more exposure to finance in general. But this 12-week transformation workbook that I pulled together is something that I was interested in and that I wish I had when I was doing the 12-week year. I'm curious to know what you guys are interested in because ultimately that matters more than what I'm interested in. So what did you wish that you had? What do you wish that what equipment do you wish that you had? What tools or helpful resources do you wish that you had sooner? So that's my question to you. What resources do you wish that you had to help you out? What would be the greatest help to you now? Um, so as far as like as investing goes, that's kind of I say different because everyone's in a different situation, but um I wish obviously that I'd gotten started much earlier and that I'd taken my money more seriously earlier. Yes, financial literacy and credit plus stocks in high school or college. Yes, Curtis Davis, sure. Financial literacy earlier on, sure. The thing is, and yes, I think financial literacy should be taught more readily. I don't know if I would have been receptive to it in high school or even in college because a lot of the stuff that I encountered was very the financial mistakes and whatever updates I made um, were very sort of situational, and I wouldn't have caught them. You know, they say don't do this, and it just would have gone over my head until I actually experienced it in my life. Thomas Bespic agreed. Yes, yes, with Curtis Davis. Sab, hi, hello. Oh, geez. Yeah, Harry Chu in 2018, Powell crashed the market in an event now referred to as a Christmas Eve bloodbath. Good Lord Almighty, yes. Um, yes, Arnar, I wish I started earlier and maxed out the 401k every year. Yes, impossible to overstate the importance of your 401k every year. Yes. Daryl Bratton, start where you are, but start 100%. That's one of my favorite statements, quotes, sayings for sure. There are a lot more of my favorite quotes and sayings in my 12-week transformation workbook that I've got right here. So, just a reminder, my target is to put this for sale say by the 20th. That's in 5 days. That's my goal. So it's really a New Year's thing. So really toward the end of this month and then early January, I will be speaking about this more because again, I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to share it because once more, this is something that I wish I had 2 years ago, 10 years ago, whatnot. Still looking for things like that. Whoa, hello. So that's the deal on what I've been working on. Very exciting because okay, let me go through like the features in this. At 40 something I get the full picture of finances. Too late, but maybe a 20 something will catch. Curtis Davis, yes. Who can say, I don't believe that kids are, I'm going to say, stupid at all. I feel like I at 20 or in my teens I was smarter than most people than my family gave me credit for sure. So I probably would have been able to catch that too. I also wonder the best way to communicate something like that to a teen or a 20-year-old. And I feel like there's that saying more is caught than taught. And I believe that I feel like your family of origin, your genetic makeup has to do a lot with it. So, I mean, that doesn't really help us going forward, but that's kind of what I've seen and just kind of what I've read. Curtis Davis, the internet has been a big help. Yep. YouTube, Google, the fire movement, sure. Yes, Daryl Bratton. We did not have YouTube when I was younger. Me neither. Me neither, Daryl Bratton. I didn't have YouTube either. Just had to kind of rely on, I don't know, where do we get our information? The library, our friends? That's where I got my information from. Okay. Ahead of Fed decision. Edge lower following red hot inflation numbers. Yeah. So 2:30 at 2:30. Who said that Powell speaks at 2:30? Interesting. I don't know. Struggle for direction on Wednesday. Yes, for little change. The blue chip index closed out Tuesday's session in the red for second straight session. Ugh. Monetary policy statement and press conference by Federal Chair Reserve Jerome Powell. Many market participants expect that these will set the stage for the Fed to speed the withdrawal of its crisis era stimulus programs, with affirming economic recovery and soaring inflation suggesting the central bank has room for a more hawkish tilt to policy. This is from Yahoo Finance. The Consumer Price Index showed the fastest surge in U.S. consumer areas. Consumer prices since 1982 on a year-over-year basis in November, and on Tuesday, the U.S. Producer Price Index jumped by the most on record at a 9.6 year-over-year increase for the last month. Yep. Curtis Davis. Yes, I spoke to 20 somethings, but it still goes over their head. Yep, that's true. Adam saying that channels like mine have taught a lot. Thank you. Um, Gullum F, hello, says hello, and I say hello back. Yes, Daryl, I love that you have a mentor. I have a real estate mentors, and that has helped me. So yes, I know I've mentioned mentors and I've done videos on mentors, and I firmly believe this is my exercise. Just for context, when I'm moving around was bugging me. I put it in front of the window. Yes. Okay. So, yes, I did have a real estate mentor. I haven't actually spoken with him in a long time, but I'm about to be in touch with who I hope would turn into another mentor. So, yes, 100% believe in mentorship. Curtis Davis, the good part about economy, many people know the wages need to be raised to get full employment. Yes, yes, agree with that. For sure. I don't know. We're in an interesting spot. So here's the thing. I wonder if this press conference will reveal anything we don't already know. Because some people would say that these press conferences are just, I'm going to say, shows, and don't really tell us anything we don't know. Very big step toward its first rate hike. Yeah. Yep. The Fed will halt asset purchases by March and hike rates in June. Okay. I love how CNBC asks me to support them. I'm like, really? CNBC? Really? You support me? Like, no, you give me money. That's not how this works. Okay, so yes, let's talk about it. So, yeah, the economy. Where have you learned the most from? That's a good. Fred Powell has no levers to pull to spur economy. Lower rates will not help employment, but he's in a tough spot. Yeah, that's true. So now it's a more rapid transition away from easy policies after its meeting Wednesday, as it sets the stage for the first interest rate hike next year. When did they say? March, April, June. So who will benefit? Hike rates in June. Halt asset purchases by March and hike rates in June. Who will benefit from an interest rate hike? Who benefits from an interest rate hike? Let's look that up. Banks, insurance companies, brokerage firms, and money managers generally benefit from higher interest rates. Banks, yes, of course, duh. What happens when interest rates rise? Yes, thank you. Higher interest rates can cause individuals and families holding mortgage and credit card debt to struggle as payments rise. Yes, sure. As a result, borrowers could see their credit score fall when interest rates climb. Personal loan costs rise, sure. Right, banks will be helped, yeah. So, do we want to buy stocks in banks? What can we as individual investors do ahead of that? Price of bonds lower, an increase in interest rate sends the price of bonds lower, negatively impacting fixed income investors. Has anyone else seen The Godfather? I think it's part 3, when Hiram, I guess Michael's like nemesis, comes back and he calls himself Hiram. I forget what his last name is. Hiram something. Somebody who's seen the Godfather trilogy. I watched it for the first time in my life last winter or last Christmas, so it's kind of like a Christmas movie to me. Hiram describes himself as a retired investor living on a pension. So look for that quote on the topic of interest rates and fixed income investors. Tech companies will get hurt because cheap money is unavailable. Yep. Buy defensive stocks, Apple, bank, oil, ETF. Oh, ETF's always a safe bet. Let me say a safe bet. Yep. That's what I do personally. Okay. So actually, Daryl Bratton, who is your real estate mentor and how did you meet them? Curtis Davis, who's your investing mentor and how did you meet them? Daryl Bratton is refinancing his primary residence and buying down the interest rate, short-term pain, long-term gain. Yes, that's the thing to do for sure. Tax repeal. Ooh, that'd be great. Bigger pockets. Yes. Daryl Bratton, do you know from Bigger Pockets? I haven't listened in ages. I used to. But I haven't in a while listened to them. Do you know his name is I know him from a group. He's the military. David Pierre, I think, is the guy. He's co-hosted or he's guest hosted from a while. Well, it's like old, right? Yay. I'm looking at the salt tax that or the bill that raises salt tax deductions from 10K to 80K, which affects a member of my family. So that's good news. Yes, he spoke at my yes. What did you think of him? What was your impression, Daryl? Real Estate Investment REIA, Real Estate Investment Association. No, I'm not taking out my ad blocker. Yay. It's exciting. And then so once a bill passes the House, does it have to if it goes to the Senate? Let me check on the status of it. What's still in Democrats' Build Back Better Act? 10 things you didn't know. Tough road in the Senate. Oh, okay, expected to undergo some changes. Yeah, Bernie Sanders is not our friend with that. All right, we've got 11 people. So we just kind of I got sidetracked into doing some research on what's happening with the Fed and interest rates, etc. But we can't control what's going on in the economy, but we can control what goes on in our own lives, right? So this is why I created this 12-week transformation workbook. That's because, put it right there. So this is something that I wanted to do because I wished I'd had something like this when I was doing the 12-week year, but also, interesting. When I was doing the 12-week year plan, also just a way to keep myself on track. So again, you can't control what goes on in the environment, but in the environment and in the economy, but you can control yourself and your actions. Really, that's the only thing you can control. Daryl Bratton's chiming in I asked about acquaintance of mine that I have, saying that he's good, but he's doing syndication and you're not accredited, so you cannot invest. Daryl, what is accreditation? A real estate accreditation? And if you're just tuning in, we're losing some people because this is we're getting a little windy. But good stuff, really good stuff. We're talking about the economy, what's going on with the Fed, real estate investing, changes to the interest rate, real estate accredited investor. What is an accredited investor and should you become one? Basically, an accredited investor is a person or entity who has been deemed capable of taking on the increased risks. Ooh, no, that would not be me either. Daryl, not me either. Annoying. Okay. Sorry. Oh me. Sorry guys. Yeah, this is good stuff. Yes. Just 200K for your income or real estate. Yep, 1 million in net worth. You know. Yeah, this is really good stuff. 100%. So here's my thing. And sometimes I'll feel bad about myself that I'm not further along, and then I remember that a lot of people have a lot of different support or a lot of different, help. Yes, Curtis Davis is saying, "Yes, many deals are only available to accredited investors." Yes. So, for example, there's one channel that I watched and kind of this person is in a similar, age group and situation to myself, and, um I feel bad that I haven't accomplished as much as this person, and then I'm like, "Well, she comes from a real estate family." Like, her whole family invests in real estate. Her first deal was found by her parents. She went in with her brother. Like, I feel like, well, I shouldn't feel bad about myself because A, no one puts a limit. The only person that puts a limit on what you do is you, 100%. But also people have, kind of leg ups from different places. So I'm trying not to feel too bad about that. Yes. Daryl Breton trying to get their motivation. Yes, absolutely. Motivation. 100%. Yeah. So Daryl, what are you doing to get there? What are you doing to get to 200K per year income or 1 million in net worth? That's the goal, man. What are you doing to get there? What am I doing to get there? These are all really good questions. So actually, I think real estate, last asset one. Yeah, exactly. Yes. Curtis Davis, 100%. Curtis Davis, big thumbs up for your comment. Yes, real estate should be your last asset. One stocks, two Bitcoin. I would say like index funds for me. Two Bitcoin, three business and ecom. Yes. Four franchise, five real. Well, five. What do you mean by franchise? Number four. Five real estate. 100%. Yes. Daryl saying we all have a competitive advantage. We so do. Curtis, the point of investment. Um, Start with one asset. Yes. I have a PhD and I teach in colleges online. Very exciting. What's your PhD in, Daryl? It's very cool. Cynthia Oliver, VOI, FYI. What is that? VOI. What is that? Is my mic okay? Can you guys hear me? What's VOI? A franchise business. That's interesting. You recommend a franchise business, Curtis. What can you give some examples? Like, what would you recommend? Um, Cynthia, please. I'm hanging here. What do you mean by VOI? I'm just going to respond to a work um, item real quick. Uh, oops. Internal huddle. Okay. All right. So my lunch break, pardon me for no, I don't want to do that. Very annoying. All right, guys. Okay. Franchise business. Yes. Aren't I hate the volatility of stocks. Bitcoin would kill me. Yes. Volatility is my least favorite thing for sure. Um, People at YouTube channels are serial entrepreneurs that have real estate and franchise with scooters. Benefits of real estate: it gives you financial capacity of 250K plus, gives you ability to touch all assets if you can build up your smaller assets. Yes, that's something I like about real estate too. Yes, Jesus is saying you think that real estate should be first and pay off the principal balance as fast as possible, so you have a place to live and increase your cash flow to invest in stocks. Sure, that's also that's for sure a way to go about it. About growing your net worth. Um, for sure, having $1 million net worth or 200K in assets. Oh, good lord. So, I mean, isn't that's what we're all aiming to do, right? That's I mean, I don't want to speak for you, but that's my goal, right? If someone said, "Okay, do these things. This is a guaranteed path to 100 1 million assets or 200K per year." Would you do those things? Yes, absolutely. I think, at least for me, it's that, I don't say decision fatigue because there are so many ways to go about it. And that's kind of how I feel, is that there's so many different paths you can take. And I just sit there and take none of them. So for me, it's really important to kind of have a plan, make that plan, and then stick with that plan. Very, very annoying. Yeah, no, you're on it. Okay, very exciting. Okay. Um, Curtis Davis, I don't count home residence, right? I bought Tesla stocks 2 years ago. Oh gosh, 10x in value. Yes. 2 years ago was the right time to buy Tesla stocks for sure. Daryl Brett and I started by house hacking, then I buy low income housing. Yes. Yes. Is that like Section 8 stuff? So, yes, I think house hacking is a great way to go for a lot of people. I am squirrely about having people in my space, so I don't know if I would be comfortable with that. Yes, Curtis Davis, it takes more knowledge and experience to do real estate. Oh my goodness, for sure. You could lose your shirt if you do real estate and you don't know what you're doing, for sure. I think I got scared by horror stories about real estate, but I'll get over it for sure. Okay, guys. So we've talked a lot about a lot of different topics, which has been very cool. Fed interest rates, stocks to invest in, how to build $1 million net worth, how the order that you should build your assets in. Just one final sort of catch plug for my 12-week transformation workbook available soon that I created, because we can't control the economy, but we can control what we do. So that's why I created this. So I'm excited to again offer this, make this available sometime soon. So thank you to everyone. Oh, yes, yes, yes. I'll try to leave the chat open for as long as possible because you guys are, VOI is vehicle of interest or vendor owned inventory, value of information. Yes, yes. I would say value of investment, Cynthia. I think Cynthia Oliver probably chimed in with value of investment. I thought it was my mic. I have a very different understanding for what that means, but I don't think that's what that. I thought it was voiceover something, but I don't think that's it. But thank you, Adam. Nice work. Thanks. Thanks, Curtis Davis. Yes, thanks. Have a super day. You too. Ideally, I will be able to do this again tomorrow. Very excited. We're going on. This is 3 days in a row. Going on one more day will be the fourth day in a row. Very cool. So yeah, you guys are amazing. Thank you. Yes, this has been an awesome live, Daryl. Very excited you were able to chime in. Loved your contributions, and really excited for what you do, Daryl. You're the PhD. Yes, very exciting. Okay, cool, cool. All right, guys, have a wonderful day, and I hope to catch you again soon. Bye.